Good evening, everyone. We've taken a look over the last couple of weeks at 1v1 attacking. I'd like to share a few ideas with you now on three techniques which are kind of linked. And so when you're coaching them, it's kind of hard to ignore one without the other, if you see what I mean. So we're going to look at dribbling, turning and shielding. It's very important to understand what they are. So these definitions are actually taken from my book, The Soccer Coach's Toolkit, in the technical guidance section. And I define dribbling as an individual technique used to travel whilst in possession of the ball. Turns can be performed while dribbling with a moving ball or on the spot with a still ball. And shielding is a technique to protect the ball from opponents by positioning the body between the ball and the player challenging for the ball. So again, that's just for your reference as we move through these activities. Now, the reason they're linked is because as a coach, the most preferable action to coach our players is to dribble. If there's space to move into, then dribble with the ball, which can then lead to a pass or a shot at goal. So that's option number one. But if there is no space available, then the player is going to have to turn. So that's when we move on to option two. If a player can't dribble, they need to turn to dribble. So if there's no space to turn into, they're gonna then have to go on to option three, which is shield the ball. So shield until space becomes available to dribble or turn. So the three of them will keep interchanging. Now, just one thing on turning. If we're talking about coaching turning, I'm not talking about your typical practice of everyone in a square, everyone show me 10 Cruyff turns, everyone show me 10 drag backs. I'm talking about competitive turning. A player on your shoulder, you're running into space, there's space ahead of you's been blocked off, and we need to turn out of that into a new space. So that's just an introduction to the topic, and I'm going to show you over the next couple of days some ideas about how you can implement all three of these techniques into some really interesting drills.